All right, for the salsa, we are going to get some tomato sauce. This is a really easy recipe, but add your water. We're going to add some oregano. If they're really whole like that, not a bad idea to mince it up, add it in. We're going to add some granulated garlic. We're going to add some cumino. We're going to add some chicken bouillon. Preferably Knorr's is the best for this. We are going to add chipotle with adobo sauce. You can actually add the pepper if you want. And again, depending how hot you want it, half a pepper, whole pepper, you can add actually the adobo. This gives it a little smokiness. So we'll add a little of this, and then we'll go ahead and cut up a little of the pepper itself. But whatever you do, add a little adobo to it too. Add a green onion. You could actually add regular yellow onions and saute them. That gives it some nice flavor. Add your chili flakes depending on how hot you want it. So add a little at a time and then adjust if needed. Then we're going to take it to the stovetop, and then we're going to stir it up. Let it simmer for about 5 minutes. Then we'll go ahead and add the chopped cilantro and the lemon. And then if you need to adjust with salt and pepper, we'll adjust it with salt and pepper. Let's stir it up. That water kind of thins it out. Again, adjust if you need to, taste. But again, let it simmer for about 5 minutes. Let all those flavors marry together. Of course, it's going to be much better the next day. And then cilantro stems and everything, just rough chop. You don't want it to do too fine. Keep those leaves kind of again, all the flavors actually in the stems. And that's basically all you need, and then we'll add that in at the end. So we got this simmering for 5 minutes. It's nice and hot. We add the lemon. And again, here's the little technique. Just add your lemon to it. Cilantro, and you have a nice good salsa. Again, taste, adjust with salt and pepper if needed. You get a nice good glass bowl, place it in, and you've got your salsa. All right, for the breakfast burrito, want to get your pan on, go ahead and get it hot while you're doing your potato, dicing your potato. If you want to peel your potato, you can. Otherwise, wash it really well, and then you can dice it. The smaller the dice, the less time it's going to take. Okay, so we'll get this pan onto the stove. So again, that pont neuf is important too. So again, you can go ahead and square it off, just like we talked about. You can still use these ends. Then you got a nice little dice. The smaller the better. Get your pan hot. Throw in some oil. Teflon pan, preferably. Get your potatoes, add them in. You want to be able to hear that little sear. Yeah, if it's there, your pan's not gonna. If your pan's not hot enough, then there's a good chance that your potatoes will stick. So just let them sit, let them brown, and let them cook. At some point, you want to put a little water in there and let them steam. But first, let's get the browning going. Alright, you're going to flip them over and see you get that nice good brown color to them. That's what you're looking for. Again, if it's your pan is hot enough, there won't be any sticking. And just let them go another 2 or 3 minutes before we add the water. If you do them even smaller, you may not even need it. Okay, this is the way I like it, a little bit on the medium dice. Then we're going to add a little water to it, and then you guys could use your pie pan. But put a little lid, let them kind of steam and cook at the same time. We'll let that water evaporate. Let that water evaporate, and then they should cook them all the way through, and then finally get a little brown on them. Remove the lid. Go ahead and just the potatoes kind of move around. If you need to add more oil, add more oil. Most of that oil has basically evaporated with the water. Again, add more oil to it. And then this should finish cooking them off. Alright, these are all done. Again, you can either put these in your burritos or you can actually serve them off to the side. So get those on. While your potatoes are cooking, someone else could also be doing the bacon in another pan. So again, when you do your bacon, roll it up. This is probably the best way, just roll it up. Cut it this way. Again, it's much easier to work with. Get your bacon into your pan. Here's another thing, you could actually use that bacon fat too if you wanted to cook it in your potatoes or with your eggs. We get this bacon, and again, if you're going to go ahead and do the potatoes and the eggs all together, it's not a bad idea to go do your bacon, get that cooked off, render out some of the fat, and then you can add your potatoes to it, and then finally your eggs if you're going to make your burrito with the potatoes in it. But again, just make sure you watch this closely. It does burn fast. All right, you got your eggs here. While your bacon's going, you got 3 eggs each. Go ahead and crack them. Whisk it up. You can use your whisk if you'd like. It looks like we got a shell in here. We'll take that out. So watch for shells. Make sure it's completely We're gonna just scramble. We'll hit it with a little salt, pepper. Give it another mix. So our bacon is basically cooked. Now you're going to add your eggs in, so you can use that bacon fat. Just like that. Add your eggs. Scramble. Again, just making sure that it's completely and nicely not sticking. And there you go. We're going to remove this a little early. There's carryover. Just like that. Add your cheese. Add your sour cream. Add your homemade salsa and mix it up. Warm up your tortilla if you need to. Add your ingredients into your burrito. And you can actually have the salsa on the side. How to roll a burrito, just tuck in the ends, roll it. And you have a burrito. And there you go.